can now add Great Britain to the list. Trump, the presumptive GOP nominee, and British Prime Minister David Cameron are trading words.
I think his remarks are divisive, stupid and wrong, and I think if he came to visit our country, I think he'd unite us all against him.
The British Prime Minister David Cameron recently said he stands by his comments that your position on Muslims was stupid, divisive and wrong. Yeah. He wouldn't retract them and he wouldn't apologise for saying that.
Honestly, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine.
But if you're president and he's the British Prime Minister...
It looks like we're not going to have a very good relationship. Who knows? I hope to have a good relationship with him. But it sounds like he's not willing to address the problem either.
Would you like David
Cameron...
When
it was brought up...
Would you like him to withdraw the particular comments that you're stupid, divisive and wrong with your view about Muslims?
Well, number one, I'm not stupid, okay? I can tell you that right now. Just the opposite. Number two, in terms of divisive, I don't think I'm a divisive person. I'm a unifier. Unlike our president now, I'm a unifier.
And it's not just Prime Minister David Cameron. Trump has also angered the new London Mayor Sadiq Khan.
I think Donald Trump has ignorant views about Islam.
When he won, I wished him well. Now, I don't care about him. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me about him. Let's see how he does. I mean, let's see if he's a good mayor.
Are you offended by what he said?
Yeah, I am, because he doesn't know me, never met me, doesn't know what I'm all about. I think they're very rude statements, and frankly, tell him I will remember those statements. They're very nasty statements.
Now, what could this spat mean for our relationship with Great Britain? Former United States Ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador John Bolton, goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Assuming that it is President Donald Trump and is still Prime Minister David Cameron and Mayor Sadiq Khan, what does this mean?
Well, I think the fundamental point is that relations among nations depend less on personal relationships among the leaders than a lot of people think. I'm not saying they're unimportant, but fundamentally, any leader who bases his policy on anything other than a very clear-eyed view of the national interest isn't doing his job. Now, in terms of the remarks themselves, I think in David Cameron's case, he made the same mistake that about 99% of America's political consulting class made in thinking there was no way that Trump could get the nomination. So I think his initial remarks were kind of a throwaway. The fact he wouldn't back away from some of them shouldn't conceal the fact that he also said that if Trump were elected, he would work with him, which is something that roughly 190 other heads of government around the world will say if Donald Trump wins. Now, in terms of Mayor Khan of London, look, London is an important city in Britain, there's no doubt about it, but for an American president, if Trump is elected, Khan is a munchkin in terms of international politics. He shouldn't dignify Khan's remarks with a response.
You know, it's so interesting because the Brits got their nose out of joint when President Obama was there and made a remark about Brexit, which is that June 23rd referendum, whether England exits the European Union. And now we have a situation where we have the Prime Minister, who said his statements a little while ago, and the Mayor of London talking essentially about our political scene, 2016. And I actually think most Americans will get their nose out of joint that the Brits are, you know, putting their nose in our business.
No, absolutely. As did the British. A public opinion poll revealed that Obama's intervention probably rebounded against those who want to stay in the European Union. And again, to come back to Mayor Khan, you know, you have to wonder at some point whether he has political instincts better than a block of granite. Or whether he's under somebody's employ to help Trump get elected. It is almost universally the case that having foreigners lecture Americans about their candidates or what our preferences should be create the opposite impact. So if they want Trump elected, by all means, keep at it. And other leaders around the world, the Ayatollahs in Tehran, tell us how much you'd prefer to deal with Hillary Clinton as president. You know, that is exactly the kind of thing that produces the reaction they purport not to want.
Ambassador, nice to see you, sir.
Glad to be here.